all of a sudden you come to the end of the round, the Krishna bead. And you can't remember how you got there. If that sounds familiar. The reason you can't remember how you got there is because you weren't there. Your mind took you far away on a journey, either into the past or into the future. So you weren't there. But what do? We dutifully counted as another round chanted, even though we weren't there. So we have to improve our sadhana, our practice. So Krishna says it can be done by practice and detachment. So Lord Chaitanya addressed these two practices, these two sadhanas. Now what's that other word? These two activities, kriyas in Sanskrit. So the first one is sadhana and the second one is detachment. So Lord Chaitanya said, okay, japa may be a little difficult. So what we're going to do is we're going to have kirtan. We're going to sing loudly from the heart. When we're inspired, we're going to get up and dance, because when you sing and when you dance, it's impossible to think. Impossible. Just like it's impossible to fall asleep if you're eating. That's why when I'm driving on the highway late at night and I'm feeling sleepy, immediately something goes in my mouth. Keeps me awake. So that solves that problem. The practice problem, the controlling the mind problem. Kirtan. And detachment. We solve the problem of detachment by becoming attached to Sri Sri Radha London Ishvara, which is easier to do, to become detached from material energy or to become attached to Radha London Ishvara, which is easier? To become attached to the most beautiful deities on planet Earth. Whoever made this new altar is going back to Godhead. Prabhupada is very pleased. Whatever you did, you've improved this temple. It's amazing. Fantastic. Hare Krishna. 38 years ago, 38, I first walked into a temple at Sevenberry Place and took darshan of Jagannath and Radha Ishvara. That temple reminded me of an ark. Noah's Ark. It really did. It was all wood and it was rounded on the top. Just like a boat. It was redwood, California redwood. You get California redwood in England? No. Came from California. Shyam Sundar was a carpenter, and he got redwood from California. And he built a temple, which reminded me of an ark. I first walked in. And that very first day, I walked in, it was in the evening, and they were doing Tulsi Puja. So I was watching them, waving the lamp in front of Tulsi and singing and dancing around this plant. Well, I was a vegetarian, so okay, it's cute. It's cute. I was a yogi at the time. Then guess who walked in? Peter Sellers. Does anybody remember him? Peter Sellers walked in, another devotee, Jai Hari, had brought him. And I thought, wow, I'm in good company here. He got down on his knees and offered obeisances to Radha Ishvara. Wow. So Radha Ishvara, they just get more and more beautiful every time I come here. So they're so merciful, they're so kind. Anyway, Sukadeva Goswami lost consciousness just hearing this question about Krishna. In a similar manner, in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes, we have one great devotee, Pundarik Vidyanidhi, who in Krishna Lila was Vrishabhanu. the father of Radharani. And in Lord Chaitanya's Leela, he came as Pundarik Nityanidhi. And he was born and grew up in the village of Chattogram, which is now Chittagong, in now Bangladesh. And he had come to Navadvip. He was a very successful man, came from a rich family. He was very aristocratic, very wealthy, well-to-do. Now, Mukunda Datta and his brother Vasudev Datta, they were also great devotees of Lord Chaitanya. So Mukunda, when he saw that Pundarik Nityanidhi had arrived in Navadvip to see Lord Chaitanya, he was very pleased to see him. And he wanted other devotees to meet this great Vaishnava. So he said to Gadadhar Pandit, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, that Gadadhar, our Panchatattva Gadadhar, he said, do you want to see topmost Vaishnava? Uttama Adhikari Bhakta? Yeah, come. He's from my village. So they were both excited. Mukunda was excited to bring him, and Gadadhar was excited to see, have the association, the darshan of a great devotee. So they went to his residence. He had gotten a residence there, and it was completely opulent, according to his style. So when they went there, Gadadhar was astonished to see such an opulent setting. And Pundarik Vidyanidhi was sitting on this most opulent bedstead, dressed in the most opulent clothes, with turban and everything. Didn't look at all like a humble Vaishnava, looked more like a king. So he came in and he was a little stunned, he was shocked, he didn't know what to think. He was thinking, is Mukunda playing a joke on me? Are we in the wrong place? What's going on here? He didn't know how to respond. Now Mukunda could see, he's judging by externals. He's judging this Vaishnava by his external dress. Gadadhar Pandit from the Panchatattva, he committed that, should we say fault? Is that the right word? Or he was overcome by illusion for a moment, let's just say it like that. And he was thinking, is this a Vaishnava? So Mukunda realized, okay, he's judging him by his external appearance. So immediately he sang a verse from the Bhagavatam, 10th canto. And when Pundarik Vidyanidhi heard that verse, he behaved just like Shukadeva Goswami. He lost consciousness. He went into ecstasy. He fell off that bedstead onto the ground. His hairs were standing on end. His breathing became... There was palpitations in his heart, perspiration all over his body. And Gadadhar Pandit realized, oh my God, this is a great, topmost Mahabhagavad. I've committed a great offense. Now, according to Shastra, what you think is not considered an offense in Kali Yuga. If it was, we'd all be finished. But Gadadhar Pandit is so pure that he considered, I committed a great offense. I doubted Mukunda, and I doubted this great Mahabhagavad. Now I can see he's exhibiting the Astasattvic Bhavas of the topmost Vaishnava. So he was mortified, he was ashamed. And he was thinking, how can I rectify this great aparadh? So